Welcome to Noon 30 Catch Up with
Jilly.
Amy.
And Tiff.
Hi, everybody. It's so nice to be here.
Hi on the video.
Hi. I hope everybody enjoyed our spectacular last week that we had a guest host doing some bloopers.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I hope all our fans out there got a good kick out of the ridiculousness that is before, after, and during these.
Yeah, I did get one comment. Somebody was surprised that we had that many outtakes because their feedback was that it all sounds very seamless. Like when we're doing, yes. Yeah. And then I credited that to all of the work that you do behind the scenes to make it sound good.
But even our episode is seamless. This is like mostly before, after, and just random chats, where it's like, I don't say in the middle of it, like, hey, you want to get a Pepsi Cola? That's before.
Yeah.
The drinks are before.
I did get feedback that it wasn't as funny.
Okay.
And I said that's very fair because it was a compilation of all of the other stuff. They're like, no, like, don't get me wrong. And I'm like, I'm down with all the feedback.
Yeah. I bet it's funnier for us because we were there and we know like
what was happening.
Yeah. So I really got a kick out of remembering the silliness that is sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. But we also, because I was just sitting here thinking like, oh, it's been so long since I've seen you both, but it actually has not. It's been a while since we sat in this room together, but we did get together because we had our yard sale.
We did. Oh my goodness. It happened. The sun shone. The sun was shining. It was a beautiful day. We had some really fancy signs.
Yeah.
We did.
Those leveled up.
We also had a slumber party the night prior, which was really funny so as listeners may know, Jillian's sister and her family live next door. Yeah. And they're not used to all of us.
No.
Like they don't know the whole deal of Jillian and what comes
friends.
with her.
Yeah.
So I invited Jillian's sister over because I'm like, did you invite your sister? And she's like, well, no, she knows that she can come over. And I'm like, no, but did you invite her?
Yeah, because it's different. You don't want her to think like, oh, I'll just say hi, but I'm not welcome.
Right.
But she was welcome.
She was. So I invited her over because I was like, you can come hang out with us.
Just like, stop being a dick, Jillian. Just invite your sister. Like, we share a yard.
So yes, then sister comes over and sees full blown our lives.
Yeah. So, and this is at the point where a couple of other friends had joined and we were going through some bags of things like we usually do. I call it a bitch and switch. Yeah. Not so much bitching going on, just a lot of laughing and sharing things. You know?
Like a pre-yard sale swap, just going through each other's shit and being like, do you want this? No. Do you want that?
Yeah, and fashion shows, people were just putting clothes on top of clothes, under clothes. It was just great.
Yes. Everything that was being thrown at me just ended up getting put on as it was shown. So
we'll have to post. I have some pictures of you looking like you should be an art teacher.
Okay.
All of your layers, like muumuus and frocks and all the
I can't wait.
Oversized everything.
Yes.
And then your sister's husband comes over and we get him involved in the chaos. He must have been so overwhelmed.
He was. Yeah. He did say to my husband the next day, that was a lot of estrogen.
Yeah.
Like, which is fair, you know, so he came for the little bit. And we were also very excited for him because he was finding things in some of the boxes. They're going to a wedding. We were trying to find them an outfit on the cheap. And we did.
Found them both. He got a nice shirt. Yes. Your sister got a great romper.
That one piece romper
hat,
thing. Yeah.
Shoes. She had the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. She was very impressed by how, what's the word I'm looking for?
Lovely we are.
Yes, but also just generous with the stuff, right? Like somebody would pull something out and then one person would say, oh, Amy, that would look good on you. Or Tiff, that's for you, blah, blah. Like there was no animosity between them. Like, oh, no, I wanted that. Like I very much say much like, well, Tiff, when you're done with that, I would like it. Or can I borrow it this time? Yada, yada, yada. Anyway, she's like, that would not happen with my group of friends. Like you need some new friends.
Yeah, and that's so crazy to me. You mentioned that to me and I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, why would it?
Like if you said to me, oh my God, I love that. I'd be like, absolutely. This would be amazing for you.
Yeah.
Or like you said, can I have it on every other Tuesday? Right. And we would figure out some sort of custody arrangement. I don't understand how.
Or if I need it for a certain thing, I'm going to think of it and I'll borrow it then, I'm not sure. I think in her circle, they're not vocal enough.
Maybe they're not as cultured as us.
It could be.
I don't think it's that. I think it's, some people are feeling uncomfortable like, oh, you said you liked it. I'm not going to bring it up. Whereas us, we're like, no, I want that. That's super rad.
And I think like her group of friends have been friends for like decades as well, but it's just that level of comfort or like being okay to say, actually, no, I would like that.
Yeah.
You know, like even like I wore that plaid shirt for a little bit and then I put it back in the box and you were like, Jillian, aren't you taking this? I'm like, no. So
I took it.
I love it because I'm sitting here with 2 shirts that are not mine.
That's right.
Both Jillian and Tiffany are wearing clothing that I was going to put up for sale. But no, I'm like, here, take these things. I just love that.
Switch.
I see so many outfits that I'm like, oh my God, that's great. And it makes my heart happy rather than a stranger having it.
Right.
Don't pay me, just take it. Enjoy it.
So that all happened the night before. We had a little bonfire before the bugs got too bad. Our kids were able to go catch some fireflies. That was really fun to see.
Yeah.
Again, going back to the day of the sale though, I did not factor in how tired I was going to be and recovering from sleepover.
Yeah. It's also a lot of work to do a yard sale, from the setup and the pricing and then having our humans there that were just like, whoa.
The smaller people make everything a little more extra.
It's just a different, you know, like, it's part of the game. Really.
It's not a fun game.
No. You guys have to make sure like people get fed. Whereas we're adults, if I was hungry, I'd just go into your kitchen and grab something. Yeah. But you have to be like, did any of you small people have a vegetable today?
And not just a cookie, you know, because we could see from the massive window that our children were eating breakfast cookies, you know. Anyway, so there was a lot of, we were, you know, all parenting everybody's kids, you know, which is grateful. Like I'm grateful for that rather, you know, but it was a lot. And then I really got overwhelmed when I saw how much stuff I had because I had been collecting for so long and putting it in the shed. Right. And then it was the pricing. I was like, oh my gosh, I had not considered like what I would. Anyway, that's when it got, and then I think at that point too, was I wasn't handling all the questions. Like it almost put me back into like busy
mode?
Season a little bit, project mode, but also busy season at employer, you know, where you are. And I don't have that capacity anymore to do and answer the questions.
Yeah.
Laugh at me because I know you will. So I've made a list for next time if I do a sale. But like I
Do's
need to
and
think
don'ts.
about, well, not even that, but just, okay, these are the things we need. I need to, you know, this kind of price will be this stuff we're not even going to bother selling. You, Amy, are like a yard sale like pro. You had all your signs out. You even had something fun just to give away even.
Yeah, gotta go.
Like it's like you've done it more than once.
I've done a lot of yard sales.
Yeah, it showed.
I saw though because right now you're not living your most outgoing life. Like you're really focusing on taking care of yourself. So in there, all of a sudden, like retail Amy came out.
Yes.
And
it was a job. It was not Amy who you know, it was job time. Yeah. What do we need to get? This is got to happen. This is what we're doing.
Yeah. Huzzah. Like you were dressing the Barbies and giving them outfits.
Gotta look good. Gotta look good. You can't have naked Barbies on sale. That is inappropriate.
Us price stuff. Yeah. It was.
Yeah. I even chatted to strangers.
I know. And that's where I was so proud of you because like Lola would have been so jealous that you actually talked to these people, but you were making the sales.
Yeah. So one of our first ones was we had some 2 old ladies come along. They saw some stuff at Karina's table and said, oh, could you put this behind? We're going to come back for it. It's a large wreath, so I understand that while you're looking. One lady came over and put 2 rings of mine on 2 separate fingers. And I was like, all right, I'll watch this business. So I said to K-Dog, I'm like, hey, just so you know, she's got 2 rings, so that's $2. Like, don't let her
run away with that money.
And so they did some perusing at all the tables, picked up this, that, and the next thing we were paying. Then after they left, who was it that told us? Was it
my
you,
sister?
Jillian?
No, it was my sister.
What did she tell us, Jillian?
That these ladies are known in the village going around to like help out at yard sales, but they just go to steal the stuff.
Right? They could have.
Those shady.
They could have taken things, but because there's a lot of our eyes,
Yeah.
there was a lot of us. So we were like on those ladies.
Yeah.
They were very charming, so I could see how.
Yeah.
Like if you weren't paying attention and there's other people, and if I was just my own dealio, those rings would have been gone.
Yes.
They would have been gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had kind of picked up on that they put the rings on and had walked away from your table. And I was like, okay, I'm watching that. Before I even heard that they have done this in different places.
These ladies are like Ocean's 11.
Well,
it's
but
like
it's
a
a
scam.
yard sale. Like, come on.
Right, it's $2.
I think everything they bought was like $8 in total.
Right. I think the most expensive thing might have been the little kitty chair that I had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because everything else was like
I'm
$1.
realizing I sold it way too cheaply, but
It's
it's gone.
fine. Less stuff in your basement.
Yeah, it's all worth it.
Who was your favorite customer that day?
Ooh. I'm going to think about that, but before I answer that, I want to, Amy, you had an interaction with a gentleman looking for something that I just found out about like maybe 3 days ago. Like this guy just showed up wanting to know if we were selling firearms.
Oh, yes, yes. So this old gentleman in quite an old pickup truck pulls up, not at the side of the road like normal humans, but kind of kitty angled into the driveway with his truck. Hops out. Old man, probably 80s years old. Like he is pushing it. Definitely a good old boy. Pants high. I think he had suspenders on. Like he was an old
Those
fella.
pants weren't going anywhere.
No,
Suspenders
very
or not,
secure.
They were very
Did he have a tucked in
dress shirt? Dress
Yep.
shirt. Dress shirt tucked in. He came up to my booth and is like, do you have any guns? And at first I didn't know what he said. So I'm like, I'm sorry, pardon? He's like, firearms, guns. I'm like, nope, no, I don't think you're going to find that here. Da, da, da. My husband hunts and stuff. That's very exciting, but not really what we have here. He goes on to tell me about the guns he collects.
Yep.
Because apparently now he thinks I am interested about guns
okay.
because I said, no, we didn't. I don't know. So he's talking about the last one at a yard sale he got was some sort of firearm. Somebody gets in the army, but it can shoot, but it's hard to get the ammo. And his grandson just got him some ammo. I'm like, oh, so did you fire it? And he's like, no, never fire it. It's a collected.
So why do you need ammo then?
Because then it's a full, I guess, like, look, you could. Anywho's, he has over 250, he said.
Guns.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you
Is
find
there a
out?
limit?
Is there a room?
I didn't go. I don't know. I was just like, no, there's no guns here. Please move along, old man. So anyway, he told me a lot about those. And then what's the best, though, is I thought that was it, right? He's going to go back in his truck and doodle off. No. He goes over to Kristen's table. Is like, do you have any guns?
Oh, my
Kristen's like, no, man.
goodness.
No. Keeps on going. Just wants to ask everyone there if they have any guns. Like, if we're hiding them secretly under the table, be like, yeah, man, come over here to the back of the pickup truck.
Yeah.
Let me show you my guns.
Back a van gun.
Okay, and let's just paint the picture for our listeners here. Driving by my yard that day, anybody would have, I don't know why he would have thought, yeah, I'm going to stop here and see if they have guns. It was a toy graveyard, essentially,
Yes.
and housewares and Christmas decorations and some clothes.
And a bunch of kids running around.
Bunch of kids running around. Yes, there were two friends in the front of the driveway trying to attract customers wearing different things. They kept finding a broken umbrella that ended up almost being sold until I'm told, like, I'm making a sale on your behalf. And then I'm handing this kid the umbrella she wanted to buy with her hard-earned dollar.
Yep.
And then I'm told behind Peanut Gallery, oh, that's broken.
I love.
Like,
it was
thanks a lot, kid.
But I think
I had the dollar in hand, and now I feel bad. I don't want to sell this kid a broken umbrella.
Just gave it to her.
We
though.
did.
Yeah.
But I think that makes sense. That child knew there'll be something here for me. Gunman, you need antiques. You need a place that has old dressers. You need furniture. You need someone died in an estate sale, and this man had 3 guns that are antiques that never can fire.
Yeah,
Please buy them.
Yeah.
It was very odd, but he kept asking everyone. And we're like, no, there's no one here with guns. Karina finally said, sir, there's no one here with guns. And I think that was the end of it.
Wow.
Got back in his truck.
Do you need a license
To have guns, yes.
But do you need a license to have guns that don't fire?
Depending on if they could fire. So like if you had a gun that someone poured cement down the barrel and it'll never work, it's not functional. So
that's a bad place for cement.
Right. But some people do them for like just if you want to keep it for looks and stuff. Like not cement, but they can make it so it no longer fires. But generally speaking, yes, all guns, when we had the registry, you had to register. But now you just have to have a guns license to have them in your home.
I have a lot of airsoft and Nerf. There's a really shitty raccoon that's coming in my hood and eating heads off my chickens. And I was thinking about getting a gun.
You might be able to use the airsoft gun on it.
I was thinking about this.
That would be enough.
I was thinking about that, but would that not just piss it off?
No, but pissing it off is still okay and it'll run away and it'll probably not come back if you did it enough times.
So, side quest.
Or a BB gun.
So because of this chicken killer, husband has now installed the electrical on our fence that we've had for 2 years since we've had chickens, but we've never had an issue up until this point. We've lost 10 birds in a week.
Oh my gosh, that's
because
a lot.
of the killer?
Because of the murderer. Yeah.
Oh,
crap. Because now it's also
because it knows
where it comes.
It knows where supper's at. So we've now got electrical hooked up. Thank goodness for him, because I can do a lot of things, but I look at manuals and they just like break my brain.
Yeah.
So he got it all hooked up, and I have now warned the children.
Oh.
There's electrical. The whole fence is not electrified. The single wire is electrified. Do not touch the wire unless you want to be electrocuted.
Yes. Seems
That's
real
like, it's a
reasonable.
pretty
That was very clear.
It's a pretty straightforward message.
Yeah.
So we're leaving, and I say, can you go take these veggies and chuck them over the fence
Over the fence.
to the birds?
Yeah.
Remember, electrical.
Yeah.
Yeah, no sweat.
Mm-hmm.
So then see son coming back to me. He's like, I just touched the electrical, and it's like it punched me right in the hand. And I'm like, yeah, it's an electrocution. You just electrocuted yourself.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm watching my 50-pound
Oh no.
beautiful blonde daughter
Outside.
just
No.
like the slow hand. It's like it was in slow motion,
Yeah.
and I need this to happen for her to figure it out.
Yep.
And she grabs it, and I watch
She grabbed
her
it, not just a touch,
not
like
a touch,
grabbed.
a grab.
Oh, no.
And I watch her entire body just like her
solid.
hand flies backwards. She instantly turns around, tears pouring down her
Yes.
face, runs to me screaming, I can feel it in my veins. It's up into my eyeballs. And I'm
Yes.
like, once again,
Yep.
that's an electric fence. I'm sorry you got hurt.
Yeah.
But what the fuck?
Right.
But I
Like-
mean, it's true though. I think
You
until they did, they would
didn't
always
listen.
think
They
it
would be
wasn't as
curious.
bad. It's like wet paint. You got to be
goodness
like, can I touch it?
gracious.
Don't want to touch it.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those things like don't push the button, but I
Yeah.
want to
Yes.
push the button.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that
That's it.
I hope it's a one and done.
I feel like
I
it would
guess
be.
it will not be. I think it's going to turn into like a dare thing of like, dare you touch the fence?
No.
And because it's like a current, it's not the whole time.
Yes.
So you might touch it once and not
And
feel something.
yes.
But then it's kind of like pulsing the electricity. So
Maybe that's
No.
why then sons wasn't so bad,
right.
but then daughters. Well, and there was also the clutching of the wire.
clutching
that's
is
gonna
not
do
a
it too,
good
but
choice.
anyway, I think you were very good job, Mom. You have to let that happen. You were very clear in the direction, and then
Yes.
they're gonna go do it anyways.
Correct.
Like, come on, give your head a shake.
Yeah, and I'm all about learning life's lessons the hard way.
I
you
feel like
gotta-
everyone, farm people, if you have a fence, every child's going to be like, how much could it really hurt? You can't help it.
That's how I learned that the electric fence was electric because
Yes.
my hand was taken and put on to feel.
Show
show
you.
you.
Right.
Yes.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
And then
It's a
knew.
deterrent.
So-
It's supposed to be a deterrent, but we'll see. We're gonna see if
Yeah,
it was
so
the
stay
deterrent
tuned.
Yeah.
that we hope for
Stay
Tiffany's.
tuned.
Yeah.
It might
See.
not be.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite customer from the yard sale?
Probably there was a younger couple that bought a sign.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And they were both from my hometown, and they were very lovely, new to your
Yes.
area.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were a good conversation.
Oh, yeah. They were the
Yeah.
ones asking me about the jelly and how
Yeah.
to make it. And I was like, stop asking me how to make it and just buy it.
Buy my shit.
Just buy the jelly.
I'm not going to tell you how to make it.
It's a secret. That's what you say. It's a secret.
apologize.
But yeah, they were very funny and lovely. And the husband or
Partner or
male
whatever.
counterpart, I had my watch on, which is wood. And he's like, oh my God, I love your watch. I would really like one like that. And I'm like, oh, I'm into
Yeah.
it. And we both made fun of our hometown because it is kind of a place you would make fun of.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were really lovely. But I also really liked Mr. Velour tracksuit at the end of
my
the day.
gosh, no!
So
I'm.
he was
again,
like the
that's-
last
Amy took
man.
that. I tried. I
was
tried
great.
very much to
was great.
deflect, and I was manning Amy's booth while you were
Yeah.
helping. Anyway, you weren't there, so I was trying. You had a full cutlery set in a bag. Like
Yes.
I'm talking like a cutlery set you need to polish, folks. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
You wanted like one spoon. out of it. I was
Community
like,
silverware.
Nope. We're gonna. It's the bag for 15 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Matt. Like trying to bar. I'm like, no. And I was beyond done at that point. It was getting hot too.
It was the
It
end
was
of the
getting
day, yeah.
hotter as well. Blah blah blah. Anyways, he was wanting to barter with me. I was like, it's the bag or nothing. And then Amy came and was like, I'll make a deal with you, whatnot.
Like,
and
what do you
then
want? But here's the best thing. He
Yeah.
didn't want all the silverware.
No.
At first, he's like, can I have the spoons? I'm like, yeah, you can have spoons. Let's bring out the spoons. And he's like, and the forks. So bring out all the forks. And I'm like, now I'm just left with a bag of knives.
Right,
and I'm
you
like,
have, like,
you don't want
30
no.
knives.
I'm like, look, I don't want any of this. I don't care. I will give you all the spoons, all the forks, $5. I don't care. Get it out. He's like, oh, okay. So he gives me $5. Then he notices the velour tracksuit.
You know the one
This
fan.
is the one
you know,
in our pictures.
You know, yeah. Oh, there's
I
one right there of it.
I got 2 different sizes because I wasn't sure it was fitting. And yeah, I could have returned it, but I said, you know what? No, no, let's do this. So it had a nice tag on it, fancier tag that said both pieces $10, $10. $10. I said both for 10. Now Tiffany is also nearby haggling with said man and being like, no, man, it's $10. And I'm like, look. He's like, and he now sees that I'm the dealer. He's like, okay, this is her stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. And he kept trying to just put down $5 and literally pick up the velour. I'm like, no. Not $5, $10. He's like, look, I just took $5 for your silverware. Give me this for $5. That's $10 total. I'm like, nope, no, you got a deal in the silverware. And I threw in butter knives. I want $10. And he's just humming and hawing. We kept going back and forth, probably like 10 times. Back and forth. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Finally, he slams down a $5 bill and 2 toonies on the table. And he's like, $9. And I'm like, sold. Take the velour suit.
Yeah. And I just can't, like, I want to see him in our walking club.
Okay.
I want to see this man cruising around
with his velour and silverware,
in his
clanky
velour
clank.
tracksuit.
Yes.
Speed walking. I mean, he doesn't know how sweaty he's going to be because he didn't look to be in like optimal health.
No.
So I imagine he's a sweaty folk.
He said it was for his daughter who comes to visit sometimes.
Why? I want him to wear it.
Okay, well, maybe he will when she's not around. I just was happy I got $9 out of him because I was like, no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. $9? Heck yeah, I would have sold it for $5. I was just being like, I wanted more money. I got $9.
Yeah, 100%. As soon as you coming out to the table was very lovely. But then, when you both were handling, I'm like, I'm just going to go sit over here and watch. So there were a few of us in the front yard sitting in the shade, just watching it all go down.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? Is he going to, so me and Delahunt were like, okay, is she going to take the deal on the velour suit? Or are we just going to, what's going to happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're having our own dialogue about
I enjoy the haggle.
I'm like, you just need to leave, sir. Like, we're done.
No.
Like,
I'm getting money out of him first.
because he also parked really strangely
Yes.
too, like half on the curb, half in the driveway.
Yep.
Strange truck. I will recognize that vehicle, so I'll keep
The
a
truck
lookout.
did seem a little bit like you might want to steal children.
Yeah.
So I was then thinking, wait, are you going to be in the velour suit, drive around in that truck? Because, that would have been
Yikes, don't
amazing.
give the velour suits a bad name like that.
And why only spoons and forks?
yeah, I don't same, right? Like
He said something about for serving. So
Oh,
maybe he has a
okay.
restaurant or a like
I don't know. A lot of people use spoons
no,
to
not
Oh,
he's cooking drugs.
no, and forks.
Why else would you just need spoons?
And forks. Spoons and forks for serving, he said. But if you had your
Serving
own
up
restaurant
drugs.
and you're behind the screens, like say you go to a shawarma place, they just have normal spoons and forks to. Who knows?
I think they're normally bigger than a tablespoon.
Yeah, he also took my big serving ones.
Oh,
Well, at least we know he's not holding up kids at butter knife point.
yeah.
Yeah, at least the butter knives are safe.
Right.
By that I mean donated because they're gone now.
Also think it's hilarious that our other good friend wanted to take that cutlery
Yes.
and give it to her older child who's going to move away this fall.
Who's in his early 20s.
Who's in his early 20s. And like, nobody is polishing this. It's silverware. It's not even cutlery. Like, it's proper silver. Like, you need to polish it.
Could have
Like,
had it for free.
I just couldn't believe well, if he could just have it. I'm like, no, what's going to happen is it's going to get more rusty and he's going to
get
throw it out.
tarnished.
Yeah.
Because, yes, not rusty, tarnished. He's not going to know what that is.
Probably
Just
not.
anyway.
Yeah.
I bargained. I'm like, how about some sheets? Sheets seems more realistic.
Yep.
Like whatever that bedding was, like take this. Let's leave the silverware.
So all in all, we didn't sell all that much shit.
No!
Not so much.
It was a lot of prep for not a lot of payoff.
Yeah.
I think you made some money.
I made
Amy.
like $39 or something.
Yeah.
I was lucky because I had the PlayStation at the beginning of the day.
Right.
Like
You
that
started
helped.
$50.
I did. And then the lady that came and bought all the DVDs for her kids,
Right.
that was a nice ticket too. And then you reminded me that we have a friend who likes skateboards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he also gave me money.
Yeah.
So I did. I left with more money than what I started the day with.
I'll take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But
So we'll be doing a part 2. We're just not
Yeah,
sure,
not sure
yet
yet.
if we're going to do it at my house or Jillian's house again because we don't want to put you through that undue stress for no reason.
well, I'm more prepared for it now, and I would do it differently. Like no sleepover the day before.
Yeah. And just
A little bit more ground rules, and then a little bit more just not a little bit. I reflected a lot and just conversations with my family, like to get prepared for this thing.
Yeah.
That was a lot, and
So
anyway.
part 2 will be coming. We will post some pictures because there was
Yes.
some stuff, and you probably saw the shenanigans that were posted already of some of our yard sale work because we were just wearing everyone's shit.
We were.
Hockey helmets.
Yeah.
That Minecraft sword someone thought I bought. They're like, did you buy a Minecraft sword? I'm like, no, I did not.
Oh. Well, you can have it if you want it. It's probably still around.
I know exactly where it is.
Okay, if you need it in your life, go get it.
Maybe. I don't know.
So
it
stay
depends
tuned.
if that guy comes back with his butter knife. So I'll use my Minecraft sword to fight him.
Yeah. Okay, you ready to
Bag D?
bag my D?
Let's do it. Who's putting their hand in the D bag?
I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna get
I
it.
ruined
I'm
the
gonna
zipper
get it.
sound. So sorry.
No,
It's
it's
okay.
fine. It's
It's
fine.
okay.
I'm gonna go deep though, as we know. There's probably some goods at the bottom. I hope it's good.
We'll see.
What?
I like it. We need to.
The face
we're
was
all
perfect.
adjusting.
What is a word from Old English that you want to bring back?
Oh,
I don't know if I know Old English words.
That's a really good one, but I feel like there is like okay, here.
Yeah, I knew Amy would have one.
No,
off
I'm just
top.
saying like.
No.
I want to bring most of them, like a lot back, like just words for other things. Like instead of cars, we start calling them carriages. Instead of going to the bathroom, I'm going to use the chamber pot. Instead of like, just the normal words that were there. Just why can't we use them for more fun things? Like maybe thou needs to come back. Thou shall cometh to my house tomorrow. Sounds way better than are you coming to our house tomorrow? Like maybe we could just bring some other good timies.
How old is Old English? Is there a timeline? Like, is lollygag Old English? Or are we talking?
I don't know when that started, lollygag, the word. It feels like
I like
lollygag
it.
seems during a war. I don't know why.
It's also, I
Lollygag.
would like to expression session that, because as I'm saying it now over and over again,
Yeah, gagging on a lolly.
Lollygag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it down.
Which
I
means
can
to
look that
dawdle.
up.
to like traipse around.
Yeah, to
So-
dawdle around.
We'll need to look into that.
There was
Yeah,
no
the
traipsing
gagging is
today.
upsetting me now that
Yeah.
you've said that word.
Lollygagging.
Because
Like
all
a
I'm
lolly's
picturing is
a yeah.
sucker hitting me in the punching bag.
So maybe that's it. Like you're skipping around and you lollygagged. Like don't lollygag. Let's go. Like don't fucking gag on your lollipop. Keep
Okay.
on walking.
I wrote it down. We'll figure that out.
But you're not skipping if you're lollygagging, so you can't gag on your lolly.
That's fair.
You're just
Doodly doodly.
doodly-dooting.
But I think Old English there are some strange suffixes and prefixes that are kind of interesting. Like a lot of and like you don't need those. Like
Like a
before,
lot of gagging sounds.
Yes, before and after words that you're like, you're not really changing the word. You're just adding extra bits.
Like if.
Yeah, like the cometh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cometh.
Why?
So Jilly, this was your question.
yeah, I know.
So do you have a word?
I don't have a word, but I was more thinking of like Shakespearean insults.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like you really, like you're
Like, I
saying
bite
some
a-
really
yes.
nasty shit.
I bite
but
my
you're-
tongue at like my thumb at you kind of
Yes.
thing.
You know, like that was pretty severe
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
Or I'll meet you in the onion fields and you whap them with a glove and then you basically have a
duel?
A duel. Yeah.
With onions?
No, but they just said, I'll meet you in the onion field.
I'll meet you at dawn.
Or wherever. And you slap them with your glove and then it was on.
I bet that would hurt
Rather than,
if it was leather.
like fight you at the water fountain, you have to have a glove with you at all times. Smack the person with the glove and tell them where you want to meet.
Is that my announcement that I hit you with my glove?
Is the saying that
Like
we're going to
it's time
fight.
to duel.
We're going to go duel.
Yeah.
That I have said we will duel over a lady many of times.
A fair maiden.
Yeah.
Fair maid and
Perhaps in a compromising position. Or they've been compromised. That's what it would have been considered.
yes.
Like
if you've kissed my sister,
not
well,
even that. If you were seen with a gentleman unchaperoned,
Yes.
you would be tarnished.
What if they're my chaperone?
No,
It
that's
wouldn't
okay.
be.
Your
Your chaperone
chaperone's your
would be
family
like
usually.
your family. Yeah, an older woman from your family or an
Or
older brother,
brother.
or something like that. You just here you are. You're walking, or you just happen to be seen, and this other person was within the
they were in an
vicinity.
area.
Like you might not even have been with that person, and you're on the hook. Like that's it. You're gonna
Bad reputation.
bad reputation. Nobody's
No
gonna
one will
wanna-
marry you
Yeah,
now.
you're sullied.
Your dowry is forfeit.
Right.
Oh, I would have been gone already. I would have been burned at the stake.
Yeah,
heck
I don't. Yeah, I don't think I would have made it. Well, I know I would not have made it through that era because
No.
I would have been. Yeah,
Witchy.
yeah,
Suspect.
Witchy woman.
gone.
Opinions. Heaven forbid. Keeping a
Yeah,
woman
so
down.
I need to spend some time reviewing Old English.
I'm going to write it on there. And how about we all try to bring one old Englishy thing
Ooh,
at
that's
some
a good
point?
one. Sure.
I'll write it on the board.
Yeah, I do remember writing this one, and it was more about the insults. And yeah, she said the one I want to say. I bite my tongue at my thumb.
bite
My thumb.
thumb?
I bite my thumb at the...
This is the problem with the shift time, and then
I don't
Words.
understand why I would bite my thumb as an insult.
It's just basically you're an arse.
yeah.
Well, you're a worse than an arse.
Weird.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Heck yeah.
Maybe.
Many moons in the 90s.
You're not going to remember then because there's part of it where at the beginning it's the two gangs, like the one family and the other family.
Yeah.
And the one, whatever. Romeo's crew is like, I bite my thumb at thee. And he was insulting Tybalt. And then the big
Clash.
fire.
And was that like a ghetto version of Romeo and
Yes.
Juliet?
Yes.
Like modern day?
Yes.
It wasn't modern day. It was still that day, but they didn't talk with the same.
No, actually it was. It was set in like
Fair
they
Verona,
they had
but-
guns and stuff.
Yeah, it was
Cars.
weird. It was a weird time. It wasn't nowadays though. It was like
No.
It had a good soundtrack.
It
I had
did.
the soundtrack. I don't think I ever saw the movie.
Oh, well, that should be one we watch.
Kenneth Brennan, I want to say his name is. Anyway, Much Ado About Nothing. Excellent comedy that was made by a lot of British actors, but it was really good. Much Ado About Nothing. Also a bit of a love story, but it's really good.
Sorry, what does that have to do with anything?
It's also
Shakespearean
Shakespearean.
Oh, sorry. I don't know shit about shit. So
cool.
you're saying like, oh, something relevant. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
You
Much
dumb-
ado
Much ado about
about
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's unpack
Little
that.
King
Like,
Lear.
Much ado about
I'm
nothing.
going to learn so much from y'all.
Yeah, King Lear. It's another one.
Did you not read any Shakespeare in high school?
I was really big. I may have. I may have. Probably not. Though.
Okay.
No,
That's fair.
I think I probably opted for different classes.
You have to take it in English. You
English?
have to do English
You
grade.
could opt out of English?
They did Shakespeare
Yeah,
in
grade 11.
9?
I think it was grade 11 English. You had to do Shakespeare.
Every year in my high school.
You
I
had Shakespeare
a
every year?
Shakespeare every year.
Wow.
At least
Yeah.
one.
Sorry.
At least one. One year I had 3.
Weird. Yeah,
No, I just had
so
one year that
okay.
was Shakespearean.
I probably like trauma blocked that.
Could be.
Could have just been a poem that you had to dissect.
Maybe you did go through his sonnets.
Lots of them.
I did
Okay.
that for fun just because I'm that kind of a book nerd.
You're so cute. Do you have an expression for us,
I
Chili?
do have one. Where do you think the expression hunky dory came from?
Oh, hunky dory. And that means.
Would you like it in a sentence?
I think it means like that's okay.
Yeah.
Like it's hunky dory. It's A-okay.
Yeah.
Correct?
yeah.
Yeah. Hunky dory. It sounds like country music.
I was going to say like honky
Like
dory.
honk,
It's not honky. It's
know.
hunky.
hunky, like a
hunky.
hunk,
Good looking.
Hunky.
like a handsome
Dory.
fella
Yeah.
or lady.
Dory.
I can only think of a fish.
Or Dora the Explorer.
Hunky.
Dory.
A dory.
Okay,
What else
think
is
about a
dory?
door.
No, it can't be that. How is dory spelt?
D-O-R-Y. Sorry, I had to play the trombone here for a second.
D-O-R-Y.
D-O-R-Y.
Dory.
What is a dory? Is it a thing?
It is.
Huh.
I only know about doors, not dories.
Is it something
Hunky.
aquatic? A dory? Or am I just thinking of I'm thinking of Finding Nemo.
Okay. Dory. Hunky. Hunky.
Hunky.
Everything's
Dory.
okay. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I don't
can't
know.
even break
I
this
can't even
down.
break it down. All I keep thinking is now country. Thank you. Country music,
Yeah.
Tiffany.
Honky tonk.
And doors. And I'm like, how do big hunky men and doors, what do they have in common?
Is it that like he's a real hunk and he can't fit through the door?
And so he shouldn't worry about it?
Right. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't bring them in the house.
Don't bring no hunks in the house if they're too big to
they
go
can't
through the
fit through the
door.
door.
Not
No,
allowed.
You're just taking it a bit too literally, but I enjoyed where you went with it.
Okay, so we were wrong is what you're saying.
What is it?
Okay. So the exact origin is uncertain, but it
Always.
likely originated in the 19th century in the US. Okay. The most widely accepted theory is that it combines the words hunky, meaning safe or all right,
What?
with the word dory, the meaning of which is unknown. One popular.
Okay, you
wait,
asked
okay.
us.
I'm
She's
not
not
done yet. There's more.
We're pissed.
You are. Oh, Lord above. Okay. One popular, though unsubstantiated theory connects dory to the Japanese street Honsho Dory in Yokohama.
And you thought we'd get that?
Yeah, Yokohama, a place frequented by American sailors. So, a little bit more. Where is it? Okay, so hunky. The term hunky is thought to be derived from the Dutch word honk, meaning home or refuge in New York slang. Hunk.
Like
In New York slang, hunk was used to mean a safe place,
that
and
makes
hunky
sense.
became an adjective meaning safe and sound or all right.
Like hunker down. Hunker
Oh,
down.
Yes.
okay.
Dory, which is still mysterious origin. Okay, but the theories include a reference to a small, sturdy boat called a dory, suggesting something reliable and satisfactory, or a meaningless addition to create a rhyming pair similar to okie dokie.
I think it's that last one. I think it's all flukity dookity, and by the sounds of it, people are just makity dakity it up because
And they're also-
none of
yeah.
that is substantiated. It's questionable, and we're not sure.
And I think they also said mysterious.
Well, they did for Dory. The origins of that word is mysterious, is what they're saying. But they're to reference it back to the theory to the street in Yokohama. I'm not saying that right. It's because the American sailors in Japan during the 19th century, upon finding the street Honchidori, meaning Main Street, would use hunky-dory as a way of saying everything was fine and that they found their way.
No.
So, yeah.
Nope.
Everything is fine. That's what it means. It's all good.
Hunky-dory. Don't worry about it.
Everything's all good. Everything's hunky-dory.
A-okay.
I'm going to go with really big people won't fit through doors.
So you have to leave them outside.
Maybe you should let them, the people you're reading about, know, actually, you're all mistaken.
It means everything's A-okay.
The truth is...
We have substantiated this and fact-checked.
Yeah.
I can do a deeper dive on it later. Like that was just
nope.
So cute.
No,
okay,
that's good.
Okay. So my lesson in this was don't bring it when it says unsubstantiated.
I need more facts.
I think my favorite part was I really got the thought that you thought we would know what Dory was. You really led us to believe we would know.
I had no idea.
Right,
and
but
you
it
seemed
was
excited when I said marine.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I thought you were going with boat. You were going to, it's a dory.
No
you
one-
all need to spend more time.
No, don't worry about it.
No.
That's
It's
okay.
a wee little boat, your little dory.
No.
Like a buoy?
No.
That's a floater thing.
A dory.
Oh my.
A small boat, like a fishy
There's
boat.
just so many songs I have in my head right now that have, anyway, it's all good.
Can you sing
so
them?
good.
Because you have so many.
Well, there's a Stompin' Tom song that talks about the man in the moon being a newfie, and he has a golden dory.
And if I heard that song, which I can't say I have, if he was saying that he had a golden dory, I don't think I would think he had a golden boat.
I don't think I'd even look it up or hear it because as we know about lyrics, we're not that good at really understanding.
Yeah,
We'd make it up like he's got a golden story. Done.
Yeah. Or a golden door. Well, we did it again. We are not for everyone. After this one, I don't know if we'll be for you, but maybe. It's been a blast. It's been a blast. It's nice to get back on the mics with you beauties.
Yes.
With you hunky dories.
Ooh.
We'll bring it back.
Yes. Have a great week, everyone. We will talk to you soon. We will continue to try and drop show notes and do all the things that professional podcasting ladies do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been great. Thank you so much.
As
Have
always.
a great week.
Bye.